focusing on having some high protein snacks between meals. And we do have a list here for you. But just a guide, if you are a person that's 150 pounds or less, I would say one high protein snack a day would be sufficient. If you are a person that's 150 pounds to about 250 pounds, at least two high protein snacks a day, and then 250 pounds plus 3 high protein snacks a day. Now, these high protein snacks, we're aiming for at least 15 grams of protein with the snack. Let's talk about the meal, okay? So the way that this meal plan was designed is so that it's simple, it's easy, and we're giving you the framework of how you can kind of plug and play so that you can have a lot of variety, all right? So what we're doing with this meal plan is we're focusing on the macronutrients. We are not cutting any food groups. So we want you to get protein, we want you to get carbohydrates, and we want you to get vegetables. Okay, so with the meal plan for women, you're approximately getting at least a half a cup of protein, a half a cup of carbs, and then 1 to 2 cups of vegetables. Okay, so we're aiming, as women, we're aiming for at least 30 grams of protein with each meal. All right, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're aiming for at least 30 grams of protein. For men, it's approximately 3/4 cup for your protein to meet the goal of about 40 grams of protein per meal. That's a minimum. You could have a little more protein if needed, especially if you're not hitting those snacks. You would want to increase the amount of protein that you're having with meals. Men, you're going to be focusing on 3/4 cup of carbohydrates and then 1 to 2 cups of vegetables. Okay. A big part of this meal plan is that we are pulling back on added oils, added fats, okay? Now, you still will be getting enough fat from naturally occurring fat in your diet, okay? So your meats may have some fat, your snacks may have some fat. So you're getting about 20% of your diet from fat without you having to worry about it or calculate it. But I want you to really start being aware of where you could be adding extra oils, fats, things like that. And we're going to be pulling back on all of those things. Okay. So even healthy fats like avocado oil, olive oil, peanut butters, nuts, things like that. We're pulling back on all of that right now in fat burning mode. We do have a lot of sauces, dressings, recipes for those things, snack ideas that can really help you through this pulling back on the fat. Okay. So go ahead and use things like seasonings. You can use herbs. We use a lot of bone broth when we're cooking. So let's say you're going to be making some shrimp. Okay, so instead of using butter or oil, you're going to be using some bone broth.